Hi, Taurus. Welcome in. This is your monthly forecast for the month of May 2025. I'm your master cosmologist and the head cheerleader to the stars. I'm going to be working with several decks. I've got the Lumicella Togetherness Quilt Oracle, Oracle of the Roses, and Goddess of Love Tarot. Your message is moving right along in my head, so let's get going on it before I lose it. Love Taurus jokes all day long. Just hit home runs with Taurus jokes. I was guided to start everybody's message with the same channeling. The basis for everyone in May is two concepts: horticulture and mana. Horticulture is a word I just branded. I don't think anyone's used it before. I like to coin new words. Horticulture is a combination of horticulture and heart. All of us are being asked to weed our soul garden, and especially our heart, and to really focus on feeding ourselves with mana, with soul food, the things that bring us life and joy and pleasure and really juice us up. The mood juice, the Milky Way mana. That's what you guys specialize in. The sun starts in your sign and moves out halfway through May. So you guys are in your birthday season. Happy birthday to anybody who hasn't had theirs yet. And happy birthday if you already did. As I was taking out cards, I was drawn to the bottom of the deck, which is the star. This particular version of the star is the goddess Inanna standing on a rose. She's holding two pictures. I should cover her lady bush here because some people get to wanting to report you for such silly things, it seems. But she does have kind of a temperance quality to her, where the very first thing that I'm getting for you instinctually is that you're really blending your earth sign and your sun sign this month, meaning you're really rooting in to your Scorpio earth. Anyone born with the sun in Taurus was born with their earth in Scorpio, which means you guys really rule dark matters and dark matter and soil and all of the things that Scorpio deals with, all of the dark, scary, harder elements for some folks to integrate as half of everything, half of who they are. It feels as if there's some work in May of truly integrating the dark side, and that soil is made of poo and dead bodies. And these aren't nasty. These aren't gross. They're not scary. They're not bad. They are essential. They are what makes all of life possible. You can't have all of the fecundity and fertility of your heart, of your soul sign, Taurus, without all of the things that went into producing, feeding, nourishing. There's no flourishing on earth. There's no green plants. There's no food. There's none of those Taurus matters, material, products, produce without death, without corruption, without destruction, without things breaking apart. All is perfect in the underworld. All is perfect in the underworld. That's what Inanna is coached as she meets her sister, her twin sister, 𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗀, in the underworld. 𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗀 is nothing more than her other half. Yet we are afraid to confront half of who we are. Taurus, as the earth goes through Scorpio and the sun through your sign, you're being asked to blend and merge and meld, especially meld, unite these two. It's very much like the movie The Dark Crystal. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you've seen it, rewatch it. It's key for Taurus this month, and it's a good movie. The other thing that you could look into is reading the myth of Inanna, her journey, her descent into the underworld. There's many different stories about Inanna, but the descent of Inanna is particularly potent for you guys this month. I'm losing my voice. I might have to record the rest of these tomorrow. Wow. I think this is actually just a huge throat chakra clearing, and maybe I will go get some agrimony. Agrimony is for open communication. Talking about such tough subject matter is usually poo-pooed and frowned upon, but this is your home turf. This is what you guys are best at. You really get how precious the soil is, how precious and sacred death is, how essential the cycle of life and death is, and that they are not separate, that they are indeed united and connected forever. Maybe there's a need to speak on such tough subject matter. I'm hearing death doula for someone. What else? That got heavy, Taurus. It's a heavy sign. It's heavy because it has to do with matter and hard subject matter. The giver. The giver of all life is death. You have to give your life in order for new life to blossom, bloom. The autumn rose, interesting. That's the autumn old garden rose. Why is the giver here? I'm hearing the undertaker and the giver. There's two qualities to Taurus: the undertaker, the taker, and the giver, the cornucopia. Two halves of your sign, you as a soul. Woo! I don't think I can even show this. This is kind of graphic. You have the 9 of Cups, and whoa. Whoa, interesting. Scorpio deals with sex. Scorpio deals with sexual fluids. 9 of Cups is the Make-A-Wish card, but it has the essence of a cornucopia, and it's a profferer. It's like proffered wishes that have been fulfilled. The giver, the giver. And where does all life portal through? Let me pull one more. Not sure where this is going. It feels like the birds and the bees, Taurus. Do you need to go back to elementary, remedial, sex ed? Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something interesting. I got the Queen of Swords. So we've got the star, which would be what portals through the womb, through the woman, a new star, a new sun. And then the Queen of Swords is like your mama didn't have those hard talks with you. Your mama didn't tell you about the birds and the bees and the soil and the fleas and the, that didn't come out right. The soil and the, come on, put it in the comments, something jazzy and comical, clever, the giver. You know what? I think I'm supposed to put one more rose card above. The Advocate, interesting. There feels like there is this sex ed, but it's more than just human sexuality. There's that piece. There's something here where maybe you really need to go back and examine the things that you were told, the things that you still think, question, talk about with other people. But then there's also this advocacy, like the giver of facts, of wisdom, of knowledge. Giving it out. Like the world needs a different sex education because you're missing all these different elements of procreation. There you go. Procreation is the probably purest word to describe the Taurus Scorpio axis. You're going to re-examine procreation for yourself. You're going to also begin to advocate for proper procreation on the planet for the bees, for the birds and the bees. There are things that we are giving to the planet that it doesn't need, that are not beneficial, like toxins, like chemicals that are disrupting procreation of all beings. It's disrupting biology. I'm hearing endocrine, some of you, hormonal, checking in on your, okay. So that's a hit for some of you, is to really nourish your sexual organs, nourish your endocrine system. This is something that's your forte. This is your area of expertise, advocating for the importance of proper hormonal balance, flow, advocating for the birds and the bees that we need to remove these impurities because animals aren't going to be able to procreate anymore. We are bio-disrupting. Interesting. Let me try to dial this in a little bit more because this went so into a territory I wasn't expecting it to. Not that that's bad. Oh my goodness, you got the Devil and the Lovers. The cards are like, no, you're on topic, bitch. Just stick with the subject matter. This part here is integrating your Scorpio Earth internally, that you're half bad, you're half dark, you're half wicked, you're half evil. Get over it. Like really get over it. Get over it. Get a grip on it. It's okay. That's part of you. It's half of you. You're half Scorpio, you're half death, you're half life and fertility. She's very curvy and luscious. There's something here with body image. Okay, so some of that horticulture that you will be working on is to get into your heart and be loving and talk loving to yourself. Actually, before I hit record, totally forgot I was thinking this for you guys, was we're ending the reign of terror. We're ending being meanie heads and bullies. And the number one soul, the number one individual, the number one person that has to start with is you, everyone. When we all do it, then we aren't bullying each other. We aren't being meanie heads to each other. And this energy just kind of redirects into the arena it's actually meant to be funneled and worked through, which is the soil, which is the cycle of life and death. With the lovers, this is loving yourself, even though you have two halves of you. There's two cups again being blended, melded into one you. There's not a good you and a bad you. There's not a good you and a bad you. There's just one you. And it behaves differently some days. Sometimes it's grumpy bull. Sometimes it's frumpy bull. I don't know. Sometimes you're just different versions of the moo-moo. And that's okay. And you don't need to get all bully, meanie head anymore. Nurture your heart. The Lover's card, you can't be anyone else's good partner if you can't even be a good partner to yourself first. I think that's some of the sex too that's coming up. It's alchemy. It's melding. The word melding is very strong right now with the Earth in Scorpio. Can you meld the parts of yourself that you wish weren't the way they are? It's still a part of you. This card has a creature with 4 heads on it. 4 head. There's 4 of you in there. There's a hero and a victim. There's, wait, a hero and a victim, a villain. Who am I missing? The wise one. Something like that. I'm totally butchering it. Haha. Chorus joke. You get my drift. There's someone that is the victim and someone that rescues. There's someone that says mean things, and there's someone that coaches and speaks wisdom and nice things, encouragement. Label it how you will. The final card I've got for you is Adventurous Exploration. It says, step out of your comfort zone to explore new places, ideas, or skills, enriching your life experience. Move more, get out in nature, take a hike. Why is this so important for you to be outside with your feet on the earth especially, and even getting into a forest specifically, because you will witness firsthand the cycle of life and death. And that's going to put you in touch with your truest nature. When you sit on a rotting log that fell, when you sit by mushrooms that are growing in the loam of all the bodies, all the ancestors, all the rotten matter, there's deep, deep wisdom for you there. And this 9 of Cups, flow, think lymphatic, think keeping the body in motion really helps with circulation of blood, and it helps with hormone production. And being in sunlight, getting proper vitamin D is going to be essential. I'm hearing thyroid, not giving medical advice per se, just speaking on what comes through. There's some of you that all you need is some freaking real vitamin D on your skin and letting your skin reacclimate to this very natural production system that was banned and made bad, and wear your banana boat and put on your chemical barriers. You know, I'm actually going to pull a tarot card to complement that, just because I feel like there's a little bit more, like one more nugget. And I'm actually feeling called to look up what the giver means, and then we'll close you out. Witch of Wands and Temperance. So that's Knight of Wands and Temperance. Shut up. I love when the cards bitch slap me and they're like, you got the message right in the first place. Do you need more visual confirmation? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So she's being active. She's in motion. She's moving. And what does that do? It gets the juices flowing properly. It gets the hormones balanced and in check. She's glowing because she got some actual vitamin D and real sunshine. And because she's so juicy, her procreative, how do I want to put this? She's a juicy fruit. She's all juiced up for procreation. That's what you are going to be integrating and working through in May, Taurus. This unification of sexes, of polarities, of dark and light, how that melds and is necessary for procreation and creative projects and art and all of those things. And before I forget, the giver. I'll just read it straight up and you guys can glean from it what you will. It says, slow down the rhythm of your life and give yourself more time, more love, and understanding, and make sure the patterns you have already created are serving you well. You could find that this is a good time to take on additional training, and those in such a position could be drawn to teach what they know. Be wary of neglecting your own needs at the moment. The giver is committed to community and to the care and support of others and their surrounds. They are dedicated to creating strong, lasting legacies that can ensure the longevity of what they care about. Ooh, lots there. So very big hit on mana for you, and not neglecting the self-care aspect. And that's not just buying yourself a new Prada bag, Taurus. You got to do the mana. You got to do the soul food. If you haven't picked up a paintbrush in years, then it's time. If you haven't grabbed that clay and thrown it on the potter's wheel, then it's time to do that as well. Those are what qualifies as mana. And then this lasting legacy is, if we don't have a strong foundation of healthy soils, we don't exist. We all die. Please teach us the ways of the soil, of the dirt, of the cow patties, Taurus. All right, guys, let's see. Anything else? No, I'm here to close it out. Thanks for joining me. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you all in June. Bye.